Hello everybody, Inner Otaku here, and today we're going to get started on Mira by Aponia and Shock. So let's get right into it. So, let's go ahead and start off with the first thing, theming. Overall, this character actually has a pretty cool amount of gimmicks with their F special. You can dash to it, you can cancel it, like F special is really sick, and then you can store strong charges with if you parry during them. And then they also have in special, a bunch of pretty interesting stuff. I don't think any of it is really that crazy on the unorthodox spectrum though. It's not something groundbreaking compared to some of the other gem characters I've reviewed, Cosmonaut or Porcelain Minor. I don't think it's anything really that crazy level of we've never seen this before, but it's definitely cool. So I'm going to give them a 3 out of 5 on theming. Right around where I gave Link's at. I think both of these characters have the same amount of theming capability. I think they did pretty okay, but nothing groundbreaking compared to some of the other characters that have came out. So now, art-wise, I think Mira looks okay. I'm not really an art critic or anything. Everyone knows that. But I think they look okay for the most part. Definitely not as crazy as some of the other jam characters I reviewed, and compared to them, I can't really give them a high score. I think the art is pretty good though, not like Reggie, so I'm gonna give them a 6 out of 10 on art. I think their art is pretty solid, but compared to some of the other jam characters, I don't think it's as high as them. Next is game feel. And this is where I sadly have to really hurt the character. I think this character, could be cool, but I think a lot of their moves feel clunky to use. And especially with one of my aerials having cooldown, I just, having cooldown on an aerial makes the character instantly feel 10 times worse. It does not feel good, trying to use a normal. And it's not because of in-lag you're in it, it's just because there's a cooldown before you can use the aerial again. And it just does not feel good. And then other than that, a lot of moves just don't feel right to me. Hitting them does not feel correct to me. I don't get satisfaction from hitting a lot of their moves, and it does not feel good personally. And then like I said before, a move having cooldown is just a no when you're making characters for game feel. It does not feel good for a normal without cooldown. So for me, especially with the normal having cooldown, like I said, it's gonna be a 4 out of 10 on game feel. The character does not feel good to move around with and use moves with to me. It's sad to say that because I actually really like a lot of parts of this character, especially the F special cancel stuff and the strong cancel stuff. I think that makes this character have a lot of depth that a lot of characters won't be able to achieve. But with the character feeling how they do now, it's just really hard to go into all that stuff. Next point when we talk about his creativity, this is where I can compliment him for the stuff I was just mentioning, because this character has a lot of really cool ideas, man. It's just the F special stuff is sick. The strong cancel stuff is sick. The in special stuff is sick. Everything about this character is really sick, and it's just I wanna see them really shine, because I think this character is really creative. I think they do a lot of really cool ideas. They just need to come again to it, fix some stat issues, fix some move numbers, and then they'd be good. And I'd be really excited to see what Shock does with him, because I know Haponi's working with them so they can help them on game feel issues. And once those are fixed, I could really see this character being someone I play, because they have a lot of really sick things and a lot of really high skill floor levels and skill ceiling levels, I should say. So I'm gonna give them a 9 out of 10 on creativity. I think this character is super creative, and I really hope that they can fix these game feel issues so that way I could start playing them. Last point I'll be talking about today is polish. Overall, this character came out pretty polished. I think the normal having cooldown is kind of a polish thing, as well as a game feel thing, and just some general other stuff. So I'm gonna give them a 3 out of 5 on polish, because I know Haponia was even talking about it in EXW general. A lot of stuff was planned to be fixed, but they just didn't get it in time. So after hearing that, I think I'm just gonna give them a solid 3 out of 5 on polish. Not terrible, just a solid 3 out of 5. So overall, that's it for my review on Mira. I'd like to thank Shock and Haponia for even submitting to the jam. I know Shock currently is in ECW, so them submitting was still really cool to see. And I really hope you guys can fix the game feel issues, because like I said, I love to play this character a lot. Really cool character overall. I just need my normal not to have cooldown, and I need some of my moves to feel good to hit. But once that's fixed, you definitely see this character with me in bracket. So, thank everyone for watching. I've been Inner Otaku, and I'm out.